one thing. How do we go from this to this? It's been a couple of years, maybe 10 years. Okay. But how can we go from being creative, bold, and colorful to being basic and giving the absolute bare minimum in terms of creativity in less than a decade or in a decade? This is something I want to muse about with you today because it's been heavy on my mind lately, and we'll do this while I do my makeup, so let's get straight into the video. I already have my base on and I will focus on my eye makeup because I feel like this is the part where I get the most creative with. I've already primed my lids and I just want to muse and chat with you about this because I've been seeing a lot of creators on TikTok who really reignited this love and creativity for makeup that I had all my life. Since I can think I was into makeup, I loved the idea of putting something on your face to appear different, not necessarily only to appear more beautiful, but to do something, to use your face as your canvas. And here are some creators that I want to shout them out because I love their creativity, I love their art, and they really inspired me to do this video. And honestly, I get why we left the bold cut crease in 2016. I mean, they were iconic, but honestly, it gets to a point where it's just too much effort, too much everything, too heavy. It's very time consuming, and we did our faces like every day. This was like the casual makeup, which is insane, literally. But again, it was just something so therapeutic about the beauty community in 2016 and this whole era of YouTube and beauty in general, even though it was messy, even though it was a little bit crazy.
Like, oh my God, time and place, and you did.
I feel like the creativity was just on an all-time high when it came to makeup, and we were all in the trenches of doing our makeup in a certain way. And again, of course, there were trends back then. I'm not saying that there weren't and that we were all so individual. No, I wouldn't say that, but it was a fun time. It was interesting. Whereas now, the most fun and bold we get is like with a sheer lip oil. Like, this is the most interesting we can get at this point in time. I mean, I understand why we left this very glam era of makeup, even though I miss it and even though I love it. And I love me a good smoky eye still. I understand the liquid lipsticks. They were a little bit heavy. Okay, they were a little bit heavy. I get that, I completely understand. We shouldn't have abandoned it like that. And when it comes to clean girl makeup and makeup trends now, it's solely focused on appearing to the male gaze. And I mean, this makes total sense with the political movements and with fashion trends as well. Everything gets a little bit more conservative nowadays, and honestly, to each their own. I'm not here to judge anyone. If you feel like clean girl makeup is your safe place, embrace it and love it. I'm not here to judge you. I'm just saying that for very creative people and makeup lovers, it is a dark time. I also feel like this whole male-centric approach to beauty is something that kills off creativity, because you can only go so far when you do your makeup with the only purpose of beautifying yourself, because then it's all about how to make your lips appear bigger or make you look more youthful or how to make your lashes longer. Like, it's always about these things, but it's not about creative approaches of how can we change proportions, how can we incorporate colors that are maybe not natural, right? Like these things which truly spark creativity and individual art. And this is where I feel like we lost the plot a little bit, again, especially for those who love makeup and are interested in it. And for me personally, I was very creative with makeup a couple of years ago, but then I just took it as a tool to beautify myself, and nothing more, nothing less. I was still always very interested in the newest, best products, but not for creative reasons per se. What that did to me is that makeup began to feel like a chore. It began to feel like something I need to do, because otherwise I cannot go outside confidently, and it's just not the vibe. Honestly, when things start to become a chore, it sucks out the fun and excitement out of these things, and it's just not a place I want to be in anymore. I want to channel my creativity more. I'm not saying I need to do a bold glam every day. This is not at all what I'm saying. And I will incorporate practical examples and steps that you can take to foster a more creative approach to makeup if this is what you would like, and a more editorial even approach to makeup. But it's just something that I feel like would bring me back the joy of makeup in general. I have this book by Kevin Aquan, Making Faces, and every time I look through the pages, I'm just in awe of how much we can achieve with makeup. And it's not only the illusion of something being more pretty, it's more so like this whole world building and face building, literally making faces. It's so much more than just beautifying something in this very linear way, which I find very interesting and inspiring. It brings joy to normal days and human life, and yeah, it's just something so special that I feel like we can cherish every day. For everyone, creativity is something different, and for me personally, I would like to incorporate more colors. I've already ordered a new eyeshadow palette with a little bit more colorful, bold colors in it, because I only have neutrals. This is like the most out there eyeshadow palette that I own at the moment, and I want to be more creative with colors again, because I want to incorporate more colors in my style in general. But also I know my boundaries. Like for me, I don't really vibe with warm tone makeup because it just clashes with my skin tone and coloring. I thought about ways how to embrace a more artistic and editorial approach to everyday makeup, and here's the list. So, trying new shapes. What I mean by that is exactly not what I'm doing today, but I mean, I need to start somewhere, right? With basic shapes, I mean, for example, this is usually how we learned to do a smoky eye, or how to define your eye with eyeshadow, right? But there are a million ways. There are actually no rules, and we made up those rules. So learning how to create new shapes, for example, on the eyes, is something very interesting to me and intriguing, which I want to explore a little bit more, because I didn't do that at all in my life yet, and I would like to try it out. Another thing is playing with placement. This again can be applied to eyeshadow, this can be applied to blush, highlighter, whatever. The placement of the makeup products that we use can literally change your face. It can change the shape of your eye, or your cheek, or your forehead, and it's just so fascinating how we can literally change our face, and not in this only sense of making up flaws, but to try things out. Just to try things out. Maybe we'll find the perfect blush placement and we will use it for the rest of our lives, and then we found something very valuable, right? So it doesn't have to be something so crazy. Like, not everyone is going there, and not everyone can practice those things on a day-to-day basis, but sometimes it's the little things that really can change your whole look. So playing with placement, but also playing with proportion. I feel like this just ties into the whole placement thing. If we change proportion in our face, it essentially changes our whole face, and it can create new ways of doing our makeup. Next thing is experimenting with your eyebrows. Listen, you don't have to shave them off or bleach them, even though I feel like sometimes that's the ultimate move for a lot of people, and every time I've seen it on others, I absolutely loved it. Maybe I will go there someday, but even like with plucking them or not filling them in or making a soap brow, whatever it is, it can literally change your whole look and the vibe of your makeup. Eyebrows frame your face, but so do bleached eyebrows. I mean, the frame of your face will change, and this is something very cool and impactful with little to no effort. But I mean, no risk, no fun, right? And sometimes it doesn't have to be a risk. Sometimes it's just literally a soap brow that you can do that maybe elevates your personal style and look to a whole nother level. The next point is find fun in makeup again and be more playful about it and less serious. Again, this is a mindset shift that is more about the way you perceive makeup and it's more about how you view makeup. What is it for you? Is it something solely to beautify you because you have flaws and you're always aware of them? Or is makeup something that is a powerful tool of creativity for you? These are very different approaches which can serve you in different ways, and I'm not saying one is better than the other, but I mean, they all serve a certain purpose, and you decide what purpose makeup plays for you. And also decide for yourself what makeup is for you. Try out a fantasy self lipstick shade. This can be something like bubblegum pink or red even, or a black gloss or whatever. I know that I love a nude lip, a pale nude lip. This is where I live. This is what I will always love, and I love cool tone lipsticks. But I'm not against the idea of trying different shades, and sometimes you're literally one lipstick away from your signature look. Maybe it's just really that one lipstick that will change up your whole personal style identity. Like, it's literally that impactful, and you will never know if you don't experiment. So go ahead. Furthermore, the last point on my list is play with textures. What I mean by that is there are so many textures you can use on your face. You can do matte, satin, dewy, very highlighted and glitzy and shimmery. You can have your eye makeup very matte or shimmery, glittery, even multi-chrome, foiled, icy, bold. Like, there is no limit to it, and it makes it so interesting to me and so intriguing to just try out a bunch of different things. What I also love is to pair different ideas on this list. For example, proportion and texture. Maybe you're not only placing the glitter in the inner corner, but up to the eyebrow, and it creates this whole editorial look which is very effortless and literally takes no time but is very impactful. Or it's just one blue eyeshadow that truly makes a bold look. These things don't have to take a lot of time and effort to be very impactful and fun and creative. It's truly just about your approach to it, how you want to create makeup, and having fun with it. Just having fun with it. I put on the rest of my makeup off camera because it just took too long. But to summarize my whole idea on this topic, it's that sometimes it's maybe not even a new item or a new outfit to buy for your personal style to unfold, but rather a tweak in your makeup routine, or just a more fun approach to makeup that will let your personal style shine even more bright and make your whole image appear more individual and more like yourself. And this has nothing to do with beauty standards and nothing to do with beauty trends. It has everything to do with your creativity and with what you find beautiful. I just want to let every makeup girly know that you have full control and power over your makeup look. I mean, of course, you live in a society and not a vacuum, and sometimes you need to appeal to a certain group or your job or whatever, but there is more to life than this. And even just me getting ready right now, I'm not going anywhere, I'm at home today, but still it was fun and I enjoyed my time, and I tried a new makeup look and I and I quite like it. So let it be your sign to play with makeup again, and please let me know your favorite makeup influencers and creators on YouTube, on TikTok, wherever, that you get a lot of inspiration from and that you find very creative and artistic and editorial. So let's share our ideas, let's muse, and I cannot wait to see you the next week. Bye bye.